Hello everybody, it's Mr. Cooper here. I hope you're well and welcome to my first primary principal vlog of this academic year. And what a great start we have had. All the students have settled in really well. It's great to see some new faces and also some familiar faces from our students and our families as the whole community is returned back to school. It's certainly not the same during the summer when the school is so quiet and dead. It's great to get back up and running and really fill the school with all the students and see all the activities, all the spaces being used, such positive learning experiences. One of the key highlights was the Meet the Teams, where we were able to offer both face-to-face and online events where parents can meet their teachers and meet the team that will be supporting your child this year. Hopefully they were useful in sharing all of the information that you need to support your child at their year group level, particularly with regards to homework, uniform expectations, understanding your child's timetable and the day-to-day routines that we develop for each year group. The main message is that obviously if you do ever have any questions, then please do contact your teacher first and foremost. They'll have most of the information ready for you if you have any questions or queries. Your head of years are also there to support you if you have any kind of questions regarding the whole the year group and anything that's happening across the year, including like trips, etc. And of course, the primary leadership team are always here to resolve anything if you need to. I think the key message is if you ever need to speak or you would like to meet someone face-to-face, please book a meeting. We're all extremely busy. We're always in lessons. We're always supporting the children and teaching. So our timetables are packed, even the leadership team. So if you do want a meeting, then please book it in and we'll be happy to book it into a schedule that works for both of us so that we can meet and talk without having to rush off to whatever we have planned next in our calendars. So please do book a meeting, but we're always here to speak with you at those times that have been pre-arranged and to discuss anything or answer questions. One of the great highlights was the FS parental engagements, where our families have been coming in with their children to read stories, get involved in the environment, to just see what life is like in our foundation stage and our early years. It's also been exciting to see the launch of our nursery for ages 2 to 3, where our students, our very young students, have started in our new extension to the early years centre. In our nursery, we have 3 classes. If you are interested in your child joining our nursery, then please do speak to the registration team, because we still have places there for any siblings or any students that are the age of 2, between 2 and 3, that we have spaces there in the nursery. One of the most exciting things happened today. Today was the first day that we were allowed to come to school without any masks. It's certainly a welcome addition and a welcome kind of return to normality. We can see all the students' faces and the students can see all of our faces, which is so important for developing language and learning, but also just the communication and that well-being of just being able to see people smile, be able to interact with each other fully without being hidden behind a mask. So that's great that we've been able to get back to normality. In terms of a few pieces of news and a few pieces of information for forward thinking. First of all, Pink Day is on the 7th of October. So we encourage all the students to come to school wearing an item of pink clothing or an accessory, or they can come all pink if they like. But alongside that, we ask that the children bring in a small donation. That donation will go towards cancer research, and we'll obviously raise the profile of cancer awareness across our school community and obviously the wider community of Dubai. And like I say, all that money will go to charities across the UAE that support cancer research, supporting people affected by cancer. After half term, 3 key things to look out for. First of all will be the release of our Term 1 reports towards the end of this next half term. That will be a summary of your child's progress so far. We'll share some key assessment grades in terms of what we're predicting the child will be at by the end of this academic year. In terms of parental engagements, we'll be hosting a number of parental engagements to get parents inside the school. I know year groups are organising their celebrations of learning, where we invite families in to celebrate the learning so far this academic year. But we also be hosting some face-to-face workshops where we want to upskill parents on how they can use or make the most of certain aspects of what we offer here at the Academy. So one of those will be a phonics workshop where you can really upskill yourself and gain confidence in how you can support your child developing their phonics at home, how you can make the most of Sentry, which is our Key Stage 2 home learning portal, where children log on and they're exposed to a whole range of activities across maths, English and science. But there's so many amazing features in there that parents can use as well as students to really understand what we teach in school and how they can support their children, your children at home. And then the final aspect will be about reports and a workshop on how you can access our Learning Ladders at Home portal, which provides all the assessment data that you need to understand your child's progress this half term and throughout this whole academic year. So look out for those workshops just after the half term break. And the final key event will be our Parents' Evenings, which is a culmination of everything that children have achieved over this term. And the teachers will meet you individually, one-on-one, to discuss your child's progress so far, an opportunity for you to ask any questions you might have about your child's progress, about your child's learning, and just to get some personalised feedback on your child, on their performance over this term. So please look out for all those events coming up in the not too distant future. Most of this will happen just after the half-term break, but we'll start releasing registration and booking forms, etc., for these events over the coming weeks. As I said at the beginning, it's been fantastic to welcome all our families back. Please do come and see me outside of the school gates in the mornings if you want to say hello. I know many parents have already done that, and it's been lovely to meet with any new families that have wanted to come in over and have a chat. Please look after yourselves, and if you do have any questions in the meantime, please do let me know. Have a good weekend. I look forward to